What? Bread. Glop Chomper? Glop Chomper's Guts Pipe! Anyone else got a headache?
Mr. Glang, I believe there may...
There's a few things that are dangerous and boring.
Like what?
Bleach. MILF? Oh god, yeah, it says MILF like this. That's really bad. Please let me go to Bromsgrove. Don't shoot me, please. Hi everyone, I hope we are all okay. How are we doing? Are we well? Are you well? Are you doing okay? It's not a new shirt, but the old one's in the wash. I kept a little shirt and tie next to the, well, just next to my PC, just for my little streaming uniform. I sort of tallied up, how long do I have to wear that before that's equivalent to full day? But of course I come here and I just sweat, so probably I can get through it in about half the time. Look how white and blue I am. I've just been swimming. I've just been to the swimming pool, and it does, I don't know what it is, but it does something to be wet. I have this whenever I stream within like 3 hours of a shower. Something happens to my skin, and it becomes very reflective, like a Polly Pocket. I look like I'm laminated. The degree to which I reflect light means that my white balance is absolutely fucked. There's no point me wearing a warm shirt now. That's hydration. I hate it. I feel like I need to put some Bounty or something on here. I cannot get dry enough before I stream. I don't feel wetter than normal. I guess I'm subcutaneously moist. Brutal. Get talked up. Yeah, well, like a little baby. In the multi-gender changing room at go baby mode. Sorry, sir, but we don't let babies in the changing room unaccompanied. I also, I sent a message to, we registered at the doctor's and I sent a message to my doctor. Well, I'd like to get an appointment. I'm like, I think my blood pressure's too high and I want to go back on my ADHD meds. And ADHD meds will raise your blood pressure. So if my blood pressure is already high, they're not going to let me go on my ADHD meds. And so like, come down to the office and get your blood pressure taken. And I did, and it was fine. And it was such a, I feel really embarrassed. Talc is carcinogenic. I'm not going to eat it, Bread Santa. Should I eat it? Should I eat the talc? That's why I fry myself with harmless stuff. Harmless snuff. With me, I guess I am pretty negative. Let's focus on some positives. I've got some lemonade. I've got an empty bottle of Tesco's cloudy lemonade here. Just finished it, poured it into my big jar. Great. I love the cloudy stuff.
Red.
If you can see through lemonade, something's going wrong. That's always been my opinion. But they never do. There's no like proper branded cloudy. It seems like only own brand does cloudy. Why is that? Got my referral through for my wrist. Got to wait 17 weeks. Well, that's a mixture of good and bad, I suppose. So at least you got your referral. Shame it's via the British Health Service. But I hope it's okay. How bad's your wrist? What's happened to your wrist? What about if there's a worm in my lemonade? Has something gone wrong there? As long as there's enough worms to obscure it all the way through. They put worms in tequila, I think. Not bad to have a worm in your drink. Sometimes it's good. You can absorb the drink and then you can eat the worm. They're not called the BHS. British Home Bargains. What other good news is there? I don't have any. I don't really have any. Burnzoid deserves as many wrists as they want. Can I see you drink a worm? Yeah, sure. Not now. I don't want a hand, and I don't think people want the dead air of me going out and finding a worm. But I'm not squeamish about eating a worm. I've got weird presenting carpal tunnel syndrome. Not got grip strength. Oh, you need to get some anti-inflammatories. I'm sure you already know all this. You need some prednisone or something like that. Sounds like a euphemism. No, I don't think so. Orly worm hunt? Yeah, sure. We'll do. I'll get a GoPro on. It'll just be POV footage of me with two chopsticks just pouring away a bit of dirt, putting a bit of Sprite on it to lure the worms up. I end up just covered in slugs. I am not eating a slug. You get TB. You get TB from slugs. Do you know that? That's why you can't eat slugs anymore. Edwina Curry said it gives you TB. I would like to show off a new system I've made. If you would humour me, the co-pilot system is ready to blast. I've got some stretches doing some splints, not as bass as it was, but I did manage to confuse two GPs. GPs love to be confused. It's the problem with being a generalist. You can never go in depth enough to deal with all the peculiarities of the human body, so you're baffled on a day-to-day basis. Would anyone like to be the first guinea pig co-pilot so that I can check how the system works in combat settings, in a real life scenario? The idea behind the co-pilot is that I was thinking a lot. Oh my God, is it a Fahrenheit Prophecy Indigo remastered David Cage Quantic Dream stream? I'll put in just chatting. Do wish I could go, oh, I don't know what's going on here. See, this person has a determined date in my job. Yes, it seems like the amount of things which, if any other company or institution did in the world did them, there'd be a massive red flag, but the NHS is just too integral. You have to put up with how it works. Hello, Dragon Garland. Okay, so the co-pilot system. I was thinking a lot about how I want a lot of chat involvement in streams and stuff I'm doing, but polls take a lot of time. And I was also thinking about what my good friend Albrot says, is that I've been making bigger and more convoluted polls. There should be better ways of getting decisions that's quick, simple, straightforward. And the co-pilot allows a representative of the stream just to come, and if I need a decision made, I just ask them, and it's just read out into the chat, and we just follow their guidance. And I just want to test that the tech of that works. There is going to be a second part to it, which is that there'll be elections. So far, so good. Like a president, yeah. President, mayor, captain. I don't know if there's a good catch-all word for just someone who comes in and is suddenly in charge. I looked up and apparently it's usurper, but I think that's got too many negative connotations. Seems like it could spawn an age of corruption. I don't think so. Consultant? Yes. Yes, I suppose a consultant. Locum consultant. Well, I think it can't. Anyway, I haven't got the second part of it, which is, well, let's get a co-pilot up. If anyone wants to be a co-pilot, put in the chat !me, and then you will go in the list of potential co-pilots. Okay, Captain Preston Frost is self-selected. The Burnzoid is self-selected. Oh, it just has to be me on its own. I have an idea for a quick, straightforward way for a poll. Yeah? Is it just a poll? Okay, I think anyone who wants to do it has had their chance. So I'm going to say who? It's Captain Preston Frost. Okay. So, co-pilot, Captain Preston Frost. Okay. Captain, would you like to say something?
I'd like to say,
Okay, it had an issue there because your messages came through so fast. I think it got confused in the queue. I hadn't tested it with breaking up a sentence into 3.
it did get confused. In good tester.
You are a good tester. Thank you so much, Captain. All right, let me change this one thing and that might fix it. So now just put some more messages through and I'll see if I fixed it.
Any for my idea for a new poll?
I don't understand what you've just said. I'm interested in your idea for a new poll, if you'd like to share.
Never mind.
Okay. Bread.
Bread.
I think it's still getting. Let me.
I think it fixed.
No, it hasn't fixed, but let me. Yeah, it's getting confused. There are two things trying to queue and they interact oddly. I know roughly what the issue is. Let me. Let me. Bread.
Okay, Albert. Bo 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 bye bo bye 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 bo 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 bye bye bo 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 bo.
Do you think the voice is good? We got the correct. Can you select other users or do you have to self-select? Well, I didn't want to force anyone to be a co-pilot. I didn't want to be.
Voice is perfect.
Okay. Play text to speech. Wait until it's finished and then fade out the text. I'm going to move how. I'm going to move like the sequence of logic a little bit. And hopefully putting all of these here on a half-second delay will stop it getting confused. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, try now.
For my idea for a poll, we should do Plink to limiting unnecessary user thinking. The ball rolls down into the place they want to vote. Half thinking of timing, half rolling the dice.
That's causing a new problem. That's why I passed them out in the first place. Huh. That's causing the problem that I fixed before.
In good tester.
You're a very good tester, Captain. Thank you very much for your help. I'm just going to put this how it was.
I find all bugs.
Come on, Anyan. If that is Anan YouTube. Come on. Okay.
Get out of here, Anne and Whitey.
I love having this little gnome hanging around. So what's happening is it takes what you've said and it writes it out, and then it sends that message
I'm
to
like a little goon. I should do stuff like, yeah, you tell boss.
No, I should say that about you because you're the captain. You're the mayor of the stream. I should be like, yeah, tell him, captain.
I'm the boss, that's right.
So what happens is it takes what you're saying and then it types it out. As you can see, it types it out in front of the gnome, and then it passes that to another thing, and that other thing is what handles the text to speech, which is using Microsoft Web's text to speech service, United Kingdom Maisie. That's the voice. It's my favorite one of 9 voices. There are actually like 100 voices, but it's only one that's of a British accent that I thought was that sparked joy. And then it waits for that to it waits until the text to speech audio has ended, and then it fades the text box away, which felt great in testing. Felt like that should be how it looks. But the problem is they're separate things. So if you say something again, it will start changing the text box, and it will do that. It can do that before this is finished speaking, which is.
I should get a consultant. A mini gnome with an even higher voice on my left. And perhaps that one could get a micro consultant.
Huh. Why did your message go away? Is it just me, or the frequency of bots selling viewers way up lately? Hello, Imperial.
Oh no, the cheap viewers are rising up now.
Okay, that one worked well. It said the message and then it faded away.
It goes away because it's too long, I think.
It could be. Yeah, try writing a long sentence. Guess was getting them 2 at a time.
Let me try this.
You said it, boss. Okay, so Captain, if you could try sending one message and then another message straight after.
Why dive drug bio?
Huh, interesting.
What blabda?
Okay, it did say both of them. How do I fix that?
Second one got delayed.
Yeah, it did, and I understand why it's delayed. I can't work out a good way of fixing it. I don't know. Let me talk through the problem. Maybe that will help. So we've got 2 buttons, right? Here's the one that takes the text, right? Text goes in, and text is printed to the screen. Right, that's our first button. And that's going to pass this to the text-to-speech. And both of these buttons can form a... That's too big. Let's just... The buttons don't have to be huge. And both of these can form a queue. So let's say you've said...
@dragon_garland for my first decree. Everyone gets a diagram for every new decision.
Yeah, sure. Whatever it takes. So let's say hello gets in there. And after hello, you've also said turnip. Okay, so that's the cue.
Hello.
And then it will say turnip in a second, I think.
Turnip.
Yeah, okay, after too long. So here's what's happening, right? It's going to say hello and print it on screen. Then it waits 0.5 seconds and then it starts doing that. Then it starts saying it. Hello, good Pete. It looks like it's waiting until it's fading to say the second message. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you what's happening, right? The text goes in. After half a second, it prints it out because I want it to have a head start on printing it, the text, and I want it to make that little trumpet noise. I want it to go,
I think I have a theory. Turnip cancels it out with the text, not audio, and then when it's supposed to play turnip, turnip reappears at a delay.
Oh, could you welcome a good Pete to the channel, please?
Pete, you are amazing. Hi.
You'll make a very good mascot.
I didn't notice you there.
So what it's doing, after half a second, it will then say it out loud. And at the beginning of this button, it wipes.
I say good Pete, thanks for your thanks.
It will wipe that text box. I will just have to figure it out in between streams. I will just have to figure it out. Hello, Artafki.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
Can you put a significant amount of reverb on the Copilot's audio source? I could. What kind of effect are you hoping to hear? I could do that. I'm not sure I would be able to hear it because I'm hearing it directly through like an in-OS
At
Microsoft
Atafki, we
thing.
all love seeing new faces and seeing the community grow from strength to strength. At least I think that's how the welcome bear thing goes.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, I think you've got it. Albrot's saying this would sound better with some reverb, so I'm just going to add some reverb onto this. Have I got a simple reverb? Not too much
Oh
stuff.
no, I hope the reverb doesn't make my voice not beautiful anymore.
Well, we'll have to find out, I'm afraid. What is this? Reverb, okay. Okay, I'm going to put a bit of reverb on this. We'll see if this is what Albrot wants. Captain, could you say some more things, please? Bread.
At Albert, you may have cursed me. I don't notice anything.
Yeah, I don't either. Why is it not sounding reverby? Let's just smash some of these parameters up really high. Try now. If I just put the sliders up high, surely we'll hear something.
I'm proud to be the mascot.
Oh, it still sounds kind of normal. It just sounds like it's adding a slight delay. Maybe this isn't what we want. Let me try something else.
You sure you clicked apply changes?
You don't need to apply them on a VST like that. You just have to have them active. That's a gate. Yeah, that was supposed to be my like standard no nonsense reverb. I've got a really over the top reverb, like a problematically over the top reverb. Try now. This def.
Hypothetically speaking, is me declaring executions out of the picture.
No, I'd say executions are on. I'd say they're on the table. Is this the level of reverb you want? Is this good? Less? More? This is designed to be bread.
At Albert, you will get executed for ruining my voice unless it gets changed.
A bit wet. Yeah, okay. I'll dry it out. I'll try and turn the.
Actually, I kinda like it.
I think for this, Albert would be happy.
Makes me sound mystical.
The tail on it is really long. A good Peter's opened a poll. Was Albrat right to say this would sound good? 1, yes. 2, no. 3, you never said that. 4, do you mean Albrat? Albrat.
Say 3.
Do we like the voice the way it is?
3.
I think it's exciting. And I could always turn it off later. I like it no reverb. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the ability to turn the reverb on or off.
I say make it a little less extreme so it's easier to hear, especially with the text parts.
Do you know what? That's the reason that you're the captain. That's the reason. That's the reason you make the decisions. Let me turn it down a little bit then. I'll make it a little bit more dry. And I'll turn down the
I
resonance.
make everyone happy.
Poll closed. The winner is this.
Okay. It's been a little bit tempered. And then this hopefully should be a compromise we can all agree on. Alright, you could have been the main co-pilot if you'd put yourself forward.
Okay, let's see.
It's the same kind of thing, but it's a little bit less. It's just a little bit...
Perfect.
Great. Do you happen to know the hex code for this pink? Let's try and find it out. If I go over here, and I click over here. It doesn't give me the hex down here. I'll tell you what we can do.
Makes me sound like him on radio or something.
You are on radio. You're on Morley FM. No, I know that, Albert. I think actually being in the rains would
Exactly. Immersion
evaporate you.
100.
So I need to... The purpose of this stream is to make a logo and maybe some kind of key art for the Glang show in an upcoming stream. Hello, Bird. Bird, could you show some deference to the new co-pilot, Captain Preston Frost? Is this Morley FM? Yeah, why not? That's not the tagline. Want to make that clear. Okay, let's get the hex code the old-fashioned way. The hex code of this for Sir Otterlot is this. There you go.
At a good Pete, it may have slipped my mind.
The Glang show is a live comedy show, and I'm going to be taking it on tour in November, and I have to make a poster for it so that the venues and stuff can promote it. And I want to start by making a logo.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
I've also found a really horrible font. It's called Biceps Grotesque. And it's the only font I've ever found based on the general overwhelmingness of... I think the Behance page is best. Behance. It's a font inspired
Do
by...
it. Make the dyslexic people suffer reading.
It's a biceps inspired font. The Cruelty Squad of fonts, yeah, I'll say. I think I couldn't just use this, but I admire this font.
That font looks horrifying.
Thank you, Captain. So I was thinking maybe it could say the Glang show once in this font, and then it's sort of overlaid with a more legible font. So biceps.
Do you think emojis work?
Let's find out. It will probably ignore it or like say the name of the emoji, but we'll find out.
I wonder if this will work. Japanese symbol for beginner, Japanese symbol for beginner, Japanese symbol for beginner.
I wasn't expecting that. I have to say, I think this font looks amazing. Can we have a thick stroke on the font? Yeah, why not? Well, I was thinking about just having it, before we do that, I just want to see how it looks if you just have another font on top. So I recently got, what was it called? Outfit Sans. And then if you overlay another font over it, it becomes harder to read in a way I really enjoy. Like, what if one of these is red? What about the contrast between the two? Like that. Or even this. Like, there's something there, isn't there? There's something. Your voice is gone. Huh. Why is your voice gone? Oh, I wonder. Let me... Okay, try now. I had to do something funny to, like, run this audio in. Oh. Where's your voice? Bring back voice. Let me check Sammy. Is this a problem with Sammy? No.
Oh man, this is not a good time.
It's possible that the the symbols caused a problem. Let me refresh. I'll refresh the thing that's supposed to be playing it.
Welcome to hell. Please enjoy your complimentary welcome bear. You're welcome bear loves to see new faces in the chat because new faces are delicious faces. Your welcome bear also loves to see its own collection of human faces
Mock tree!
grow from strength to strength.
Why does it keep saying this? Okay, reverb gone.
Bread.
Huh?
Bread. 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 Bread.
Mock tree!
Bread. 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 Bread.
I'm struggling to read what I know is an increasingly challenging time.
Mock tree!
Bread.
Okay.
I will shortly leave the
Bread.
job that has been the honour of my life to hold, to have had the opportunity
Bread.
to serve the country I
Come
love.
quick. The horse has arrived.
Looks like the horse is here.
Bread.
Ah, the horse.
And now it's time for the horse.
Hello,
Bread.
Sean. It's me, the horse.
Is it still...
It's some of that lovely Dr. Clem, and I'm just so glad to be drinking it.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome back. We love seeing new faces in the chat and love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
Let's just yap the bull. Is it still reverb? Have I fixed that? Is it still reverb? It sounds normal to me now.
Bread.
Can someone confirm?
Bread.
No, meaning no, it's not still reverb, or no, it is still reverb. Normal, it's fixed. Okay. Oh, you're still voiceless. I can fix that.
Bread.
Normal.
How about this? Try now.
Bread.
Unga bunga.
We're back. Okay.
Bread.
Mock tree!
Captain, if someone else wanted to be co-pilot, would you be happy to step aside and let them play with the new toy? And I will completely respect your decision either way. If you want to stay in the big chair, who could blame you?
OOF. For the power or kindness. Ham.
Well, you think on it. You think on it. I'm still here doing this. So Bird likes it both blue. I mean, there's something to that. What if the slightly more legible one had a stroke? Maybe white, like this.
I will nominate someone. I
Yeah?
want people to make their statements, and I will do a rigged election where the only vote is me.
Yeah, that's good. It's harder to read. That's fair.
You all have 2 minutes.
Let me cycle through some different alternative. I'm not sure if I'm 100% happy with this font, and I got too many fonts. How about just a nice Helvetica rounded? You can't go wrong with a bit of Helv, can you? Bread.
Albert's notes taken in.
I trust you, Captain, to pick the best co-pilot available in this community.
I forgot the time left, so you all have until 45 minutes past.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
4 minutes left, basically.
What about this? This looks good to me because you've got the stroke, but also you've just got like bits of random shape bleeding out of it in a way that's not helpful. What if the biceps was half opaque? Yeah, I like this. I mean, I can turn the opacity down. I've got a feeling that won't be that interesting to see. I think we've taken away some visual interest here, but this is still
At
legible.
the underscore and underscore underscore bandit has been noted. At the underscore Burnzoid noted.
You're such a good adjudicator. I'm so proud of you, Captain. What if I also added this exactly the same white stroke to the gloopy text? So copy layer style, paste layer style. Oh, that's a lot, actually. That's quite hard to read. I think I quite like it, though. It's added an extra layer of hard to read, but it's very interesting to look at. What if they were slightly different shades? Or like not remotely similar shades? What if the top stroke? Yeah, and this being a little lighter seems interesting. I can try it. So we want this stroke at 50% opacity. I don't know. I don't know if it's interesting to me. I'd be interested in the top stroke being the same as the back shade.
I'm going
Is
to
that
miss
anything?
being known. I hope I will be nomified at a later date.
I think you'll have your time in the gnome chair again, Captain. Oh, yeah, by the way, what does everyone think about it being a gnome that floats around over here? Something about a little gnome really felt correct to me. We've been gnomed. All right. Gnome feels like it's going to stick. Bread.
At Albert, I'm a gnome of my word, Albert. I will choose one of you all.
High key terrified of gnomes. Would you like to say more about that, Artafki? Bread.
Again.
It's so bad at saying Albron.
At Artafki Boo.
Oh, okay. And you're scared of clowns. That's fair. Do you think this needs some texture?
Okay, everyone, silence.
Oh.
The election results are here.
Oh, it's confused. I think the emoji has gammed up the works. Oh. Oh. Last time I refreshed. Do you think I should refresh? This is still a little bit new territory for me. I'll try refreshing the thing that plays your. Let's assume that the
If you all wish to make your final statements, do them now.
Or birds. Birds throwing
If
their
you
hat in
all
the
wish
ring.
to make your final statements, do them now. Okay.
B&M Bandits made a good final statement.
So, the person who is the new gnome. The person who is the new gnome
Bread.
is Albert.
It's Albert.
For telling me I could be corrupt and keep my power.
The voice is perfect. Well, can we all say thank you
For
very much?
telling me I could be corrupt and keep my power.
Can we all say TYCP for thank you, Captain Preston Frost, for being the first
For
gnome in
telling
the
me
big
I
seat?
could be corrupt and keep my power.
There's some glitches here.
Also my LSD words.
As in, you're now going to say your LST
Also my
words?
LSD words.
Or those were your LST words?
Also my LSD words.
Last words. Oh, I knew what you meant. Incoming. Okay. I'm ready. I'm primed.
Incoming. Incoming. Don't forget about the Plinko poll idea.
We won't. Don't worry. It's doing a lot of repeating. Yeah, I don't really know why. I feel like something is up with emojis. That seems to be part of it.
I left at the perfect time before this gnome voice destroys itself. I'm a good tester.
You are a great tester. Thank you so much for your hard work. We all appreciate it.
Thanks at Big Papa Pizza.
Okay, I'm going to send the gnome away. Farewell, Captain. I'll see you in the chat. Okay, and into the new gnome chair goes Albert. Bread. Hello, Funky. Hopefully this works.
I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet and so cold.
Perfect. A perfect test. A perfect choice of text. I wonder if this needs texturing. Like if these two shapes need... Or maybe even overlaying betterly. Like, do they want to be... Do I want to kind of squash these a little bit so it all fits in the same space a little more clearly? Bread. No, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to make sure that they are exactly... So this is 500, font size 500. Let's make sure they're both exactly the same size. The bicep stuff is just much smaller. Do we like that? Yeah, it hasn't worked, Albert, but hopefully, unlike emojis.
For 12 years, you have been asking, who is John Galt? This is John Galt speaking. I am the man who loves his life. I am the man who does not sacrifice his love or his values. I am the man who has deprived you of victims and thus has destroyed your world. But the screen remained empty. The speaker had not chosen to be seen. Only his voice filled the airways of the country, of the world, thought the chief engineer, sounding as if he were speaking here, in this room, not to a group, but to one man. It was not the tone of addressing a meeting, but the tone of addressing a mind.
I've got an idea of how to fix this. I've got an idea.
But the screen remained empty. The speaker had not chosen to be seen. Only his voice filled the airways of the country, of the world, thought the chief engineer, sounding as if he were speaking here, in this room, not to a group, but to one man. It was not the tone of addressing a meeting, but the tone of addressing a mind. Pippy 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 popper 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 pie poo 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 popper 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 pop pee pee pepper peep peep glip glop glop glip glop glue up peepus weepus peepus weepus peepus weepus peepus weepus.
I've got an idea. It might break it, but it can also be fixed if it doesn't work. So wait until
Thank you at
variable
Ada and ATTM.
ready equals 0, and it never times out. Okay, so it's gonna queue this. When text comes in, it's gonna wait until this new variable ready is equals 0. And then when it starts going, the first thing it does is gonna say ready equals 1. And then when this stuff that deals with the text is finished, it's then going to prime this to receive its next text by setting this to 0 so it can receive the text. So text, print out, and the TTS should work in harmony if I've thought this through, which I haven't 100%. So we are going to set a button variable, set button variable, this button ID, ready, and it's going to set it to 0, and it's only going to do that over here. And it's only going to do that after about 5 seconds have passed, because it always assumes it takes a 5 second for the thing to fade out. But maybe it shouldn't. It should fade out quicker than that, because people talk quicker than that, really. Okay, Albrock, can you do me a favor and send one message and then send another?
Poll closed.
The winner is this.
Oh. Yeah. I got it. So something else has spammed the gunks. Oh. Yeah. I understand now. So maybe it needs to initially have a variable ready. I've broken it, but I need to unbreak it now. Okay, everyone enjoy another more point. I'm resetting Sammy so it initializes correctly. Okay, should work now. Try sending 2 messages now. Why is ready on 1?
Fish.
Why is ready on 1?
Fish.
Did I? Huh? Eh? Okay, hang on. Huh? What? What? Eh? Button executed. Doesn't look executed. Huh? All this button's job to do is to set the variable name ready to 0 in button ID 643. This is button ID 643. Ready equals
Bread.
1. If I press this, ready should equal 0. I've pressed it, button has been executed, ready equals 1 again. Is something in its own code? Oh, because it looks at everything. Yeah, okay. That was the problem. Okay, now it should be okay. Oh. Now it should be okay. Albrock, can you say something? No, but I might be fixing it for everyone. I might be fixing it for the entire world. Huh. Oh, I understand. I need to re-co-pilot you because I reset everything. Albrock.
Bread.
You've been re-co-piloted.
I will never get my Tony Braxton lyrics on here.
Okay, now make sure it works again.
Now I just won't try anymore.
Okay, and now it will say out of spite.
Out of spite.
Yes, I fixed it. Okay, great. Now if you send broken up messages, it should play them in order at the same time.
Sean, you've done a great job.
I think because there's a hard-coded animation time for how long it takes it to fade out. I think the fade out looks good.
Bread.
But it creates an awkward pause between messages, especially when they are supposed to flow. But I could always shorten that time. I could always shorten to a 1 second
In
fade
a
out.
tester of repute.
Yeah, we've had some fantastic testers in. All right, back to the Glimestone. I quite like this. I think it probably could still be a bit better, but I think we're onto something. It looks horrible in a way I sort of enjoy. I wonder if there's something to be said for maybe a sandwich. No, sandwich is bad.
Bread.
Best viewers at http://.albert.party.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've got some pretty good views on my own. I've got
How
Big
did
Popper.
that dot get in there? Fuck's sake.
You're not as cute as the previous gnome. Previous gnome had a real winning energy.
He can do a cuss. Fuck, piss, shit, piss, piss, piss.
Bread.
I'm going to find the texture of human skin. Human skin texture, high res.
I don't advise clicking the link.
This is very wrinkly. Oh, but it's got... I've got to pay for it.
Bread.
Does it read out commands? I do.
Does it read out commands? I don't know.
Random more phrase.
Yeah, it will, yeah. It would take too much. I can't be bothered making it not do that. Macro human skin? Yeah, we could have a try on this. Oh, it's got dreams time written on it. Do you know, I got some textures recently. Instead of scrabbling around, why not just look at the new textures I got off of files, images.
Mr. She, verb, on my, noun, till I, verb.
Mr. Oh yeah, I got some textures that make things look like photocopies. You put it in like this, And then you just set the whole thing to screen.
She won't look on my frog corpse till I glang.
Maybe it could look double photocopied. I like the idea of the Glang poster looking photocopied. There we go. Yeah, nice and washed out by repeated copies. I might take it down just a little. A little much. But that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice texturing. Feels good. Okay, let me tell you what I'm thinking about, because I know we're thinking about Copilot. I know whatever else I do, we're thinking a bit about Copilot, and that's fine. I'm thinking...
Taxa Miket for ATT du triggered Igen Valkenstjonen. Jag älskar ATT sen nya ansikten I chat 10. Och jag älskar ATT said denna guap vaxa från klarhet till klarhet. Tuta. Record does it better.
I was thinking, here's a preliminary idea. If someone does ! Election, then there can be an election for the new Copilot, but it will probably only support 9 candidates, so that they can be nice and cleanly represented on the screen. So we'll have 9 boxes, and they'll be empty. And if anyone says, like, I don't know, ! Candidate, for instance, and then they'll possibly also have to say, like, slogan. Then you'll have a number of boxes, and in each box you'll have, like, candidate number. That'd be 5 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Candidate number, username, slogan, and current votes. And so that would pop up like almost like a bingo card, but bigger. And then maybe the election takes a minute, 2 minutes. And then at the bottom it would say, like, type candidate slogan to run for election.
I am going to nip the mutiny in the bud by handing my power over to Bird-Detex if she's still here. A man is coming to fix my broken garage door, and I owe it to the community to not split my attention.
That's fair. Well, does anyone else want to be the third gnome? You'd like to gnome? All right, welcome aboard. Can we please say TYA? Thank you, Albrot, for being our gnome. Copilot. And now, long live the Copilot. It is Bird.exe. Hi, Harry. We've got a new feature, which I think you're really going to enjoy. Please welcome our Copilot for the stream. It is Bird.exe.
Buenos tardes a todos, como están?
This is the new Copilot feature where someone can help make decisions, be in charge, be a representative of the chat. And
now I am become unto a god.
And that's absolutely fine. Reach for the stars. That's what S Club 7 used to say. And I'm just talking about how the elections would work, which is, I think you'll be able to say ! Candidate with your slogan, and you'll appear in like this grid, and people can vote for the candidates. Does it vary?
Sounds
it could.
Good.
It could vary. But this
Should
is
you
the best
set a
one.
character limit for slogans?
I think so, yeah, because it has to fit in a box and look good. So I think when I make the box, I'll find out, but it probably can't be more than like 2 or 3 words. You know how scrunched up the text get on the bingo cards? You haven't really got a lot of space when you got to
All
fit
the
in a grid.
best slogans are 2 to 3 words.
Yeah. Ban all eggs. Can all the candidate and slogans be displayed in bicep grotesque? Well, the
Mike
joy of
makes
it,
right.
the joy of it is, because it's a font. Yeah, anything could be. So let's see how it looks in OBS. Biceps grotesque. I've written Albrot likes margarine. Honestly, I think it's a wonderful font. I've really got a lot of time for this font. You don't like margarine? I'm really fond of margarine. When people like going, oh, it has to be butter, let's get a butter dish. Yeah. Harry, what do you think of this as a...
Names in biceps, slogans in a normie font.
Oh, that is good, yeah. You're a butter boy? Fine. Harry, what do you think about this as a text
Margarine
logo?
glows, butter 10/10.
All right, you two could get married then. I'm over here with my flora. I can't believe it's not. I like the awful font, thanks.
Any BBS in chat, who knew?
Just going to pop these in a group and I'm going to try and do something really daft with the other two. I'm going to rasterize them.
Butter boys can be girls and NBIs, by the way.
NBIs. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the area
Glitter
taken up
is a
with
great idea at Captain_Bristolfrost.
Nutellex. What's Nutellex? Make the muscle font glitter. That is really good. Let me just show you the idea I was working with, which is that I have, let me lock the photocopy layers. And if you move this, I've kind of cut the grotesque out of the original. I don't know what that really gets us, but it means if we move it a little bit, if you move the grotesque up a little bit from its original position, you could sort of see the holes in the last bit. Like if it was there, you've got a kind of an even stranger... It's even a little more hard to see and read. Yeah, let's take a look at Nutellex. Drop shadow could help. Do you really think so? Do you think it's 2012? Oh, this one's got an orangutan on it. Bread. Open image in a new tab. Look at this. Healthy alternative. Nutellex
Bread.
0. Should that go
Bread.
there?
What is that?
It's Nutellex. Dairy-free, palm oil-free, the healthy alternative, vegan, Australia-owned and made, lactose-free, good for you, good for orangutans. Nutellex Zero is the newest addition to our range, and it's also kosher certified. 100% palm oil free, including emulsifiers. 5 cents from every tub solved is donated to buy back forest habitat in Borneo.
Woke
It's Woke Lurpak, yeah. Moral, you never told us Nutellex was woke.
Sounds decent.
Yeah, it's a bit of Marge. I was doing apologia for margarine, and now I'm getting in the neck from my gnome. Bread. We should send an email to these guys. Why have they got a Pinterest? Why does a margarine have a Pinterest? Oh, recipes. Sure. That does make sense. YouTube? The telex, a healthy alternative.
People who own brands think they need to be on every platform for some reason.
Well, they're not on TikTok.
Source: briefly worked in PR.
Yeah? Who did you work in PR for, Gnome? Do you mind if I call you Gnome? I think it's fun to say Gnome. Bread. Yeah, where's their Reddit account? Tell Butter it's not working out.
I'd rather you use the name on screen, but sure.
Okay. I'm sorry, Bird.exe. I'm sorry for not showing you respect. Our story on a health kick since 1932.
I'm an elected official.
It's true. Well, you sort of inherited the position from the outgoing Gnome. 91 years young. A vegetable.
I have the divine right of kings.
Yeah, and I would never question that. Why wouldn't God put a little gnome in charge? Okay, maybe not on the telex can go on the main poster, but I just want a logo. I want a logo I can step back from and be like, that's it. I think we're pretty close. TBQH honest. I just want a good human skin texture.
TBQH honest.
TBQH honest. To be absolutely quite H honest.
All the kids are saying it.
Yeah? You hanging out with kids, Gnome? I mean, Butter.exe. Oh, look at this. This is an image. look at this. That's got to go in. What if you make a bot co-pilot?
Good lord.
Like
is that the mouth of truth?
Oh, I've never heard this phrase. What is the mouth of truth?
It's a monument in Rome.
Yeah? Let's have a look at that. The mouth of truth, Rome. Boccia del Verita. Oh, this guy. Oh, I've seen this guy. I just didn't know him by name. Oh, what a guy. What a tremendous guy. What's in there? There are teeth in there.
Bocca della Verita or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. There's teeth in there. Imagine just going to talk to a big coin on a little plinth. I used to have a plinth and I miss it all the time.
Like vagina dentata, but in your mouth.
Yeah. Imagine you had vagina dentata, but instead of...
So regular teeth.
Yeah, that was the joke I was trying to steal from you and then just try to explain in more detail.
Sean, can I ask you something?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm all ears. I'm all teeth. God, I'm so shiny. I just want to say again, I've just been swimming and I can't come on stream with moist skin because I look like a Polly Pocket.
Which of the Jokers do you think would enjoy the Glang show the most?
I need Ben Auberon here to explain who the Jokers are to me. Honestly, I think Joaquin Phoenix would get a real kick out of it, but he would have to be escorted out of the room. Like he wouldn't enjoy it in a way I like. But I think he would enjoy it. I think all the old classic Jokers are too much of like regular showmen to enjoy the sort of experimental nature of the Glang show. I think they sort of like proper rehearsed vaudeville stuff. So they'd find it as an insult to proper comedy. I think Joaquin Phoenix would really get to it. What venue is the Manchester School at? I don't know why you've used the word school, but it's going to... all the details will come out in... well, probably next week. So just... Oh, actually, no, I'm going to have to put it in the poster on Wednesday.
Sorry for interrupting.
It will be at Fairfield Social Club in Manchester, which is... it's in a like converted viaduct.
Gun.
Gun. It's funny hearing gun said twice like that.
Gun.
Let's make...
Just wanted to see how it doubled up.
Yeah, it's been a triumph.
Gunfish.
View all presets. Let's get an A3 on the go. And then I think we can... I think I like that text. I think it's safe to say it's a good time. And I think it's safe to just pop that in there and say, look, this is going to be the logo text for the Glang show. And I probably want this pink. I think the pink is nice.
Looks good to me.
Thanks, Bird. No pixels are selected? Oh, I see. I mean, this is just a colour, so you can just stretch
You're welcome,
this.
pal.
Oh, thank you, pal. Thank you, buddy. Do you use pal in your day-to-day? What's your regular day-to-day little thing you put on the end of a sentence just to show friendship and camaraderie with someone? I'll cycle through a few, but I never say mate. Mate's only when I'm annoyed.
Bestie.
Oh, of course, yes. Do you really say bestie? No judgment.
Babe.
Do you really, though? Do you actually really say babe? No judgment. Do you actually? I use goon quite a lot. Well, like, hello, goon.
I sometimes to a select few.
Because I mean, I'll genuinely drop pal, buddy.
In a semi-ironic way, kinda sorta.
Are there any you just say, not ironically, just like if you're just genuinely with a friend and I sometimes say hello friend in a very straightforward, sincere way, and I'll just say friend. Because the thing about friend is it has the fewest connotations, so it feels really straightforward. You didn't seem confident in saying pal there? All right, pal. Hey, you pal. Hey, you pal. Well, you haven't seen me out and about, Big Popper. I'm very different out and about. Very nervous, but nevertheless sincere. Nervous but sincere. Honestly, that's the best I can pull off these days.
Pal, friend, my angel for the close buds.
Oh, angel is good. Yeah, angel is good. If it wasn't for historical homophobia, fairy would be good as well. It'd be great to call people like pixies or something. Nymph. Bread. Well, nymph also has its own connotations. Because it would be good to just...
Hail, Seraphim.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Biblically accurate friend. Biblically accurate buddy.
People do say cherub.
Yeah, that's true. Cherub seems patronizing, right? Because you've picked the smallest angel. You've picked the little one with their bum out. Not like the massive angels with flaming swords. Diamond, yeah. Diamond seems a bit geezer.
Be not afraid, bestie.
That's the thing, though. If angels came now, they'd have to use a word like that just so people weren't so awestruck they vomited. It never says it in the Bible, but I imagine the amount of awe seeing an angel would cause would make you literally shit and vomit. Are you allowed to do that with the big coin? That's got to be disrespectful. You can't put your hand in the coin's mouth these days. Okay, so what I set out to do was make
I have to run, so I think my gnome time is up.
Can we have TYBDE to thank Bird Ixie for being a magnificent third gnome? And if anyone else would like to be a gnome, Bird, would you like to run a quick gnome election?
Farewell, my precious angels, Ilism.
Oh no, the Ilism sounds like you've got a dash. Hello, Tip. How's it going?
Be not afraid.
If anyone would like to be the next gnome, type !me in the chat. That can include previous gnomes, such as
I
Captain
can't run
Preston.
an election, but I trust you to do so. Bye. Laugh.
Bye. Oh, it made a little noise. It did a noise for the heart. It did a little heart noise. Can I request that whatever gnome comes in puts a little purple heart emoji so I can hear that again? It sounded like a little moi, on the end of a dash in love bye. Okay, we've only got interest from 2. So, you've said me, I ask who? It's Pepsi Scrolls. Bad luck, Captain, but you will get your time in the green tunic again. Co-pilot. Co-pilot, Pepsi Scrolls. Keep misspelling your name. Here we go. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. So, Pepsi Scrolls, I'd like to ask you something. The intention with this stream was to get a good text logo for the Glang show. I honestly think that happened pretty quickly, thanks to me having a font that inspired my imagination. The other thing is, I'd like a piece of key art, which is just an image that would be kind of central in the design. But I don't know what to use. In the past, I think I've used an image of a man having a stomachache. But I really am quite open-ended on that front. I could maybe find some previous recent Glangs to give you an idea. This was one. Didn't really have a central focal point, but this guy was quite big. And he's saying, who remembers when... We've also previously had this guy who was like an old schoolmaster that we quite liked. And I was also very fond of this. Again, didn't really have a good focal point either, to be honest. Might be nice to put the text in something. See how it's in a big stop sign here?
The chuffed guy was hitting it.
This chuffed guy, yeah, he does look chuffed, doesn't he? He looks extremely chuffed. But you would be in his shoes.
Yeah, nice chap.
See, I'm thinking skin. I'm thinking, or maybe a hand. The handprints feel a little bit community, don't they? They feel a little bit local, underfunded community centre. Bruised skin. Hello, Oracle of Truth. Yeah, we've got some crack we can dispense. Yes, crying's always good. I've used the iconography of a crying baby quite a lot. In fact, I already have this. I already have this ready to go. So, honestly, maybe I didn't even need to make this logo if we could just use this baby. This baby's really high resolution.
Would you be too self-conscious to use your own skin?
I could use my skin. I could use my own skin, yeah. Not to put the stream at risk of going down an avenue that I don't want, but what skin should I use? Oracle, you talking about our co-pilot, our gnome? I mean, honestly, back of the hand is pretty interesting. The textures, there's a whole
Or make
story
a crying
here.
baby face selfie.
Honestly, using my face and stuff.
Bit weird.
Do my butt.
Back of hand is nice.
All right. All right, I'll take a picture of the back of my hand. But just for texture, because I want an image, right? I want an actual picture. Yeah, yeah. How about someone? No butt? Well, texture stuff
Or
is
maybe
is
though in a bit of foot too.
foot could be good. It's a bit associated with fetish. I try not to display feet ever. I think it attracts the wrong crowd. Grown man in bib. We got some good images here. This guy, very good. This is a very good
Horses for
image.
courses.
Real men wear bibs. This guy with a long bib, although it looks more like an apron. If I saw that, I'd think it was an apron. This guy, bib. That guy, alamy. Let's get some more.
Long bib good for more text.
That is a baby. Baby adult. I don't know. I think an adult bib is a bit too gross. I think it just makes you think about an adult getting food disastrously down their top. This is a great image. Oh my god, steampunk is here. How did steampunk get here? Look at the chops on this guy. Why is this baby so funny? Does anyone also think there's something about this kid's expression and hairstyle is quite funny? It's the hair, isn't it? How is a baby so straight-laced?
Steer away of anything that could be close to fetish. Chuff chap vibes.
We'll probably get
That hair is full.
Another very funny child. Oh, we've somehow ended up on dungaree, the dungaree side of things. Oh, adult in quicksand. That looks like a caveman. That looks like the models of when they're like, this is what a Neanderthal would look like. No, because then he might have his dick out. And then that would be inappropriate. What are you looking for? Well, I don't know. Just an image. Just an image that could be central to the design. Why did Blind But he must have talked about quicksand. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is quicksand. Copyright 2011 Mud Puddle Visuals. Mud Puddle Visuals. Yep. It's a full website. Oh, is it going to be sexy? I think it's going to be sexy. Everything's sexy these days. We need something that's just absolutely not sexy. We couldn't have a foot. Obviously porn. Couldn't do bibs. Felt that was going the wrong way. Now
I
we
think
can't
that
even have
Captain
quicksand.
_Bristonfrost should be known again. I don't think him good that this.
Pepsi Scrolls, you're doing great. You definitely don't want to give Nomin a bit longer. See if it sneaks up on you as a new vocation. I think you're a wonderful gnome.
Okay.
We can have a big rat. Happy rat. It's not a great image, I think. It's a bit blurry, but this is a happy rat. Happy rat with a gun. There's quite a lot of rats with guns. Don't happy rats pop their eyes out? I think you're thinking of cartoon wolves when they see Jessica Rabbit. Oh, this is good. This could be good.
Rats playing cards is too overdone.
Yeah, do you want a gambling rat? Rat gambler. Oh, she's a beauty. Posh rat playing poker. I like posh rat. Okay. Glang baby, just have it hovering around. We can come back. Let's try and pull the rat out. We don't want the background. We just want the rat. Hell yeah. Posh
Even the
rat.
rats are demure.
Yes, very mindful. To be a rat and play poker. Very demure. This whisker looks wrong, even though it, probably is. Makes sense. Get rid of that. Okay, we got posh rat. Hello, Gomelon. Yeah, do you like poker rat? We all love poker rat. All my homies can't get enough of poker rat. Great. What else? That's a hedgehog. Get the fuck. That's a mislabeled hedgehog. Rat with a dice. Yeah, fine. This rat really is gambling. I can get enough of poker rat? Really? You seem like a guy who's easily sated. You're always aspiring, whatever you're trying to fulfill in your life, you'll never say that's enough. Endlessly ambitious, never happy. Okay, seems like we've sliced through that. Can we do a poker stream? I was thinking we could do a poker night in the Discord one night, if you're up for it. I keep thinking about doing it because they've put poker in. If you got Discord Pro or Nitro, whatever it's called, I think poker's on it.
Park our rat.
Park our rat. Are we doing all rats? Yeah, a little bit of parkour rat. Can we just look at parkour fail? Might be some good images there. Might be some good images of like that. That's a park. It's quite an extreme parkour fail.
Could do cats. Might tell a story.
Parkour fail. What kind of cat would you like? I would like to give the feedback that I don't want too much animals. There is an association in comedy that I remember northern parochial, like, call it how it is, university of life bookers would always refer to like younger whimsical comedians as Badgers and Jam. They were all like Eddie Izzard, Noel Fielding wannabes that would always talk about animals that could talk and jam. Shadow the Hedgehog could be good, though. Shadow the Hedgehog, normal kind. Shadow the Hedgehog Tea Party? Wow, that really is a Shadow the Hedgehog themed. Is that a mock-up or did someone really have... Yeah, Hudson's 8th birthday party. Love Shadow the Hedgehog.
Posh Shadow the Hedgehog.
Posh Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog, posh, upper class. I'd just say top hat. I knew top hat would do it. I was a pirate and saying humph peasants in the most rounded Jokerman style font. And of course, the way their mad eyes work means that a monocle now has to work like this and the nose protrudes like this. Truly, the anatomy of their heads. The whole character design only works if you don't think about their head for more than a second. Oh, the Sonic Adventure pose where he's like sort of got one hand right up close, then one going back.
HMPH peasants.
Sonic the Hedgehog pose. Oh, sorry, Sonic Adventure pose. It's easy to stand on one leg and waggle a finger. This one.
Sorry, didn't work.
What do you mean? You put us all down as peasants, that worked.
The HMPH.
Oh, yeah, I see. It assumed it was an acronym. Can you put a U in there? HUMPH. Then you might get a proper humph. And you could also try a harumph.
Humph.
There you go, humph. I would be happy to put my best attempt of a Sonic Adventure pose in, but I'm not going to try and take that with a webcam. I might take that. I might take that with a phone camera. A man is in my house fixing your garage door. Yeah, and what are you doing? Chatting to me? Can we get a low poly something? Can we get a low polygon thing? How about a low poly pigeon, yeah?
Low poly pocket.
Low poly pocket, that would be good. Some of these low poly pigeons are really doing it for me, but none of them I would love this, but the whole thing, not just it's like truncated over there. Oh, hello. That's not low poly, it's very beautiful though. Yeah, this will do. This is sufficient. Yes, but those were good because of how they were in motion, and sadly we're making a still image, which, you know, it's not as good. Low poly pocket. I put pocket by accident. All of these seem to be 3D models, which sadly don't have a polygon count. They are making a video game based on Polly Pocket. They're making like a farming sim inspired by Polly Pocket. Low Poly Surgeon. I'm going to instead ignore that and write Cheeky Doctor. Like this guy, he's got 2 lemons and he's like, oh, it says dreams time on him. That's too much. This inexplicable. I'm not sure what that's supposed to indicate. Are those oranges? Oh, do you know what they are? But lemons are like oranges. Are you colorblind? No, look. Lemon. Okay. Take a good look at that.
Looks like Milton Jones a bit.
Take a good look here. Let this sink in. Okay, has that gone in? Do you understand what that looks like? And now look at this. Is that a million miles away? Don't zoom in on the orangest lemon. Why the F not? I showed you a lemon and now I'm showing you this. And you're saying, oh, it's an orange.
Same, but different.
That's an orange. No, it's a lemon. Look. Lemons look the same inside. They're just a bit more orange. Some lemons are quite orange. They're not that different. Orange, yellow. No, orange, fruit, yellow. Okay, and look at this orange as well. That's an orange. That's an orange. And that's an orange. So I honestly think you're just looking for reasons to dunk on me, even though I'm perfectly normal. Once again, I'm correct. I think you're all toxic. I'm not doing my best. I'm doing absolutely normal, fine. I think an orange should legally be orange. This is just human beings talking. The natural world is not interested in what would be
you got
helpful.
slam dunked.
No, I didn't. It didn't. I was normal. I was just normal. As standard. I was orthodox more. It hurts a lot more coming from the gnome. Yes, because I respect the gnome. The gnome has been elevated out of chat. Thank you. Double Paisley. Horrific, isn't it?
Cheer up, blood. You'll get it one day.
Thanks. One day I'll be able to distinguish between an orange and a lemon. Okay, let me just do a little bit more scraping for Cheeky Doctor. Oh, it's the same doctors. But what about the next batch? Oh, Hairy Arms Doctor. Why the hell not? A couple of really AI-generated doctors with just absolute nonsense written on their breast pocket. This is horrific. This is horrific. I'd love to hear why people are posing for these things. What the use cases are. Dr. Funny. Cheeky Doctor really was the doldrums. How about Sad Worker? Yeah, a lot of sad workers here. That beam of light through the ear head is not aligned. Yeah.
Chat asking for Dr. Monkey.
No, I know they are. I think they're referencing something else, but I'll show them a Dr. Monkey. There you go, a monkey who's a doctor. God, AI art really has clogged up the tubes of these things, hasn't it? Like, look, just the absolute gobbledygook text. Monkeys probably don't like the word gobbledygook. It sounds like it's making fun of them. What website is this? It's not a website. It's a applet called Stock Junkie. You can get it off itch. Stock Junkie. The idea is that it scrapes images from multiple sources.
AI app's starting to get good at art. Text is still a giveaway.
They're only good at doing a very narrow subset of art. Also, look at the glasses on this thing. Hello, matey.
Good at hands asterisk asterisk asterisk.
Yeah, I'm just getting some prelim stuff for the Glang show. I've made this beautiful logo. But I've also got this baby hanging out. I think it would be good for the pigeon to be on the baby if we do use the baby. And that maybe we imply that the rat knows the baby, like they're hanging out. Posh rat. I think it'll be a bit different from this in the end. But this is really what I wanted to get done. I wanted a good logo that I liked for the Glang show. And I think I like this enough. You glanging? Yeah, we're going to be glanging. Here's what it needs. You being stamped on in the head. Why do you like that so much? I thought we had to keep all the fetishes out. But we had to make this a platonic poster. No one wants a pigeon on their head. No one likes a posh rat. At least not in that way. More fetishes. Pepsi Scrolls, what do you think? Do we want more or fewer fetishes? Tonic friends.
That's a big area.
It is a big area, yeah. It's also a risky...
Maybe less.
Maybe, what, less fetish? It doesn't have to be fewer, Harry. It could be that we lessen it.
Marb less fat.
Marby less fat. Gotcha. How about very tall skeleton? Maybe that gives the right vibe. Wow. Wow, we've got a good set of choices of very tall skeletons. I quite like this guy. Don't mind this guy as well. We got any favourites? Oh, Liz Truss, very good. Let me just spend a little longer on very tall skeleton. But I'm not about to forget about Liz Truss. In this image, they've just shown me that the skeleton's very tall. Just by saying, well, it is tall, look, because this is a human. A great route to showing that anything's tall. Now that's a very tall skeleton. Can we have Liz Truss happy?
Perfect gooning height.
Yeah, does it help to be tall to goon? Is gooning improved by a taller stature? I was thinking we could replace the
Obviously.
lamb. Let's make a truss zone, like a separate truss zone. 3,000 by 3,000 pixels. We'll drop all our trusses in here so we can think about them in a purely trussed up zone. And remember, it has to be against this pink. So that's a possible truss. Truss is a very good shout. Is this a mood board composed of cursed elements? I suppose. What do you think about putting this Liz Truss's head on the lamb that she's holding? So she's holding a little truss.
Perfect.
Great. Okay. Well, if it's got Pepsi's go ahead. Have you done this before? What, have I ever put Liz Truss's head on a lamb that Liz Truss is holding? No, but how hard could it be? How hard could it be? Oh yeah, I'm using
I feel every time I talk I stall Sean's momentum and the cogs start again.
Yeah, but that's on me, isn't it? I need to become cognitively stronger. It's my first day having a gnome, you see. But I think the responsibility for that should be on me. It's not your job to be like, oh, I need to be the best gnome. I need to use my gnome better. Also, I think...
NA, you're all good. Chin up.
And I think you joined at a less fortunate time when I'd actually started to think, oh, time to get on with something. So I'm more I've become very practically minded, which is not fun for the gnome. Maybe this Liz Truss is actually replacing this Liz Truss. And then we've still got a choice for the lamb.
Horse head on lamb.
Oh, I want truss on truss.
Or baby head.
Yeah, okay. Should we take the big baby's head? Do you know what? There's so much stuff, like medical stuff about why is my baby crying. There's so many stock photos of babies crying. Crying baby. And also we want side profiles. Maybe I can add that. Side profile. Yeah? I thought there'd be more choice.
Baby.
Low res. I like this baby. That baby confused. That baby's flummoxed. There we go. That's exactly side profiled. Okay. Biff boom ba. And now we will select the subject. Invert. And then just remove anything that's not already taken out by our quick selection. Then I think we can safely rasterize this. And then we're going to take this. Oh, I didn't do it correctly at all. I did it all wrong. Okay, invert, and then I do that brush here instead. Great. And now I'm going to rasterize this. And then that's going to go on the lamb. Rasterize.
Oh, didn't you ask for love, love, love?
Oh, it's love. I did ask for that, yeah. Let's get rid of the clothes. We don't want a lamb to be sort of oddly wearing this little collar. Be weird for the lamb to have a little ruff separating its human head. Yeah, great. I kind of want to get rid of. There's a little bit of outline's been left on.
Sean always getting rid of baby's clothes.
Is that anything? Is that anything? Have we made something there? The collar adds character, but it doesn't look right because it has to be sitting on the lamb's body. I'm sure you've seen it put a different head on a picture of Liz Truss holding the lamb. I wouldn't put it past me. I think Liz Truss iconography is addicting. I think that's good. I think we've just got a little truss there. Just add that into the mix. There was Liz Truss pig boyfriend, yeah. Should she be on skis? Yeah, why not? Why not be on skis?
Is pig boyfriend due to pork markets?
Oh, it could have been. I think this was when Photoshop first brought out like the AI filling stuff in tool, and I was surrounding Liz Truss with as many pigs as possible. Oh, do you know what? I completely forget that tool exists. Hang on. What happens if you do, for example, this, and then you just write the word pig in, pig head. I forgot you could do this. Add galvanized square steel. Yeah, sure. And sort of a pig head.
What did you call me?
Just calling you pig head, is that okay? Pig head squealing. That's your surname. Oh, is galvanized square steel the thing that little Jimmy uses to renovate his minimalist apartment? These pig heads look terrible. Crying lamb head. Yes, yes. I'm familiar with that square of TikTok. Thank you, Sean Morley. Got to go. Is that what that means, Oracle? Oh, it's happy. They've got that. That's something. It looks like it's something. I'm just going to add the word demon to the prompt and then run it again. I might next replace it with Baphomet. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It sort of understands what it is. It's a creature's head. That's pretty good. I could live with that, honestly, quite happily. I think that's pretty nice. It's squealing. It's got a single yellow pupilless eye. And then she's happy. Liz is happy. So, you know, what else even matters? Do we like this? I can't tell if people are fond. And it does look a bit like a...
Makes her grasp of the lamb a lot tighter.
Yeah, it does. It looks both like the lamb is evil, but is nevertheless like trying to escape and is being held captive. It makes you question who the real villain is. It's quite a deep image, honestly. You need a very high IQ to understand it. That's good. We got Liz. Honestly, we probably have more than we need now. Because we're going to do a Wednesday evening stream where we fully finish this poster. And I want it absolutely chock-a-block with every stupid idea. And I would argue that we've got more than enough to be working with here. We've got Posh Rat, we've got Head Pigeon, we've got Baby, we've got Liz Truss. We've got this wonderful logo, a true beaut. And I want to... I really quite like this this thing that makes it look like it's been photocopied. You can just set this over the whole image. Just make the whole thing look a bit degraded.
Why couldn't Posh Rat have been Prime Minister for a while instead?
Yeah, don't blame me. I voted for Posh Rat. Can you imagine voting for a Posh Rat to run a whole country? Look at that. It makes everything look very old in a way that I really appreciate. Do we like the scan? It might be a bit too much. I think I'm going to bring it down a little bit. But I think as texturing goes, it helps it a lot. Maybe everything needs to be like half-toned or a little bit texturized at the end. Yeah, how are your KPIs going? I think we'll come back to this on Wednesday. I think this is done for now. So I'll pop that away. Save those files up for next time. How are people liking the Copilot? Do you think Copilot's good?
Long day of it, sure.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's just... Yeah, I try to have a big Monday. Copilot's good. Copilot's great. Hello, Killian. Yeah, Posh Rat promised to bring down NHS waiting times by reintroducing the Black Plague into Weston-super-Mare via biting. Posh Rat promised that everyone could get universal basic income as long as they could become patient zero for the bubonic plague Mark II. Oh yeah, Mighty. What do you want to say in defense of the Black Death? Can't wait to hear this. Can't wait to hear Mighty's hot take on how the Black Death was
Is
good.
Weston-super-Mare better Milton Keynes?
I don't think they're similar, are they? Weston-super-Mare's on the sea, isn't it? It's a little seaside place. Let me check. Whereas Milton Keynes was like this sort of artificially constructed city, all on grids and stuff. Weston-super-Mare is a seaside town and civil parish in North Somerset, unitary authority in the county of Somerset. It lies in the Bristol Channel, southwest of Bristol between Walbury Hill and Bleedon Hill. I don't think they're very similar, to be honest. The area in the town's been occupied since the Iron Age. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Ivor. There are other interests. I think there's something in the small southern Midlands
My
towns
concept
that are
of
more
Milton
depressing.
Keynes is that it's a shopping centre that got out of hand.
No, Milton Keynes was the whole thing got like, you know, there's a lot of post-war projects where people just try to like design a whole town, and Milton Keynes was one of those, and people don't tend to like it because we're very used to our like psychogeography having been molded piecemeal out of like settlements that were made by, you know, the Beaker people, or, you know, some Bronze Age people who wanted to live up a hill. Whereas when an architect goes, well, everyone wants to live in a grid and the ideal place for a shop is here, people living in it, it feels a bit lifeless and a bit designed and a bit synthetic. It feels like a doctor's waiting room. And they also had like these rules, like people couldn't put up satellite dishes and stuff because it needed to maintain a certain look. And I think places like that often end up a bit lifeless. And like, I know in Amsterdam they tried to make this, and also Park Hill Flats as well in Sheffield. They just build these big constructions that are supposed to house a lot of people, and they always overlook something and ends up a bit dead. And because it's a bit dead and people aren't hanging out there, crime can build up. And just there's just a history of failures in these post-war big urban architecture plans. Milton Keynes was pre-release City Skylines. You know, that's so much more succinct than what I was saying. Amsterdam are cracking down on people with too many plant pots. You need to read beyond the headlines. I'm not a massive apologist for Amsterdam City Council, although actually I am. Actually, I think I am, because they brought in laws like cracking down on buy-to-let landlording above a certain property price. But what they are doing in Amsterdam, one, if you've ever tried to walk from one end of Amsterdam to the other, these are like medieval streets that need to accommodate bikes, cars, and people, and it's all a bit narrow. And you've also got these, like, you know, they've got like Harlem-style houses. I can't remember what they're called, but like those New York tall houses. But they've also got like little porches and steps down. Thoroughfare on foot is tough, especially when like a big cruise ship from Florida's come in. And you've got people who are just flooding the pavement. So having loads of plant pots and stuff taking up that space, there are certain areas where it makes it a nightmare. And all they're saying is they're going to go around the city and they're going to put labels on them. And people just need to go, yeah, that's mine. I want that there. I'm looking after it. So that they can clear out the stuff that's been there for like 12 years. No one's looking after it. And no one would miss it. Ever done Amsterdam on the ice? Yeah, as in like when it's frozen over? Yeah. All they're doing is saying, some of these have just been left. I remember seeing someone had planted a tree and some wood chips.
I like my cruise ships from Southampton.
I mean, that's where they take them. Southampton and Newcastle are the big cruise ship destination, and Portsmouth. Or is Portsmouth in Southampton? My South Coast geography is very poor. You can sail from Edinburgh? Oh, well, that makes sense as well, yeah.
Britannia rules the waves and all that.
Britannia sucks. Is Britannia a person? Is the woman on the 50p Britannia? Is Britannia that woman on the 50p? I hate her. I hate her so much. Britain's too many things. Doesn't need
She's
to be.
all our nans.
She's not a nan, is she? Take another look at her 50p. She's not a nan. She looks like she could do a half marathon. Are you telling me if you met this person, you'd get on with them? This person looks mirthless. They look like they do a war crime. They look like their uncles are all in New Labour. Just like mine now. This is a young woman. And she's sitting on a lion, which you're not allowed to do. There's nowhere you're allowed to go and sit on a lion. All Nans were young once. Unproven. The Queen. I don't know what you mean by that. They've got a big pog, though. That's a Captain America shield.
Can't criticize. Look at those quads.
It's true. No, that's true. She could batter me. She could absolutely take me to the cleaners. But I wouldn't vote for her. It's next to a lion. No, she's sat on a lion. Is she tits out? No. I think she's wearing a very gossamer thin fabric shawl.
Open.
But I like that the emphasis is on like.
The thing is, would you like her battering you? But let's not.
Would you like her battering me? I don't think I like her. So if I was aroused by her smashing the shit out of me, it would be involuntary and I'd feel ashamed. I can't rule it out, obviously. Oh, we've got a poll up. Is that your nan? 1, yeah, that's her. 2, no, my nan is blonde now. 3, she could batter me. And 4, I wouldn't vote for her. Thank you, Pepsi Strolls. It's nice to have a bit of solidarity with the fact that the COVID-19 vaccine sent my nan blonde. Look, I am going to have to go soon. And I'm wondering what the best...
How's your blonde nan now?
She's okay. She it didn't really injure her to be blonde. She's very old. So all of her problems really relate to like being 94 and not really that much to do with her being blonde. Is she having more fun? What, because blondes have more fun? She's been blonde now since... She's been blonde for 3 years. So it's nothing recent, really.
Send her our well wishes.
Yeah. From all of you, should I just say chat says this? Or should I be like, Pepsi Scrolls the Gnome sends their well wishes? Not from Red Crown Bandit, okay. Red Crown Bandit excluded. Okay, Big Wooden Bridge excluded.
For sure the second.
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to pass that along. She'll love to hear it.
The winner is this.
Okay, Killian's included. I'll make sure. All right. We are going to be having another Glang, the proper poster creation stream. I just wanted to make sure I had a logo. I really like it.
The original idea was Gnome spoke on chat's behalf.
Yeah, but at the moment I'm just testing the gnome and I keep forgetting what the gnome's all about. But you are right. You are right. And also the gnome's sort of in charge. I'm interested in Blonde Nan's story. Well, I have other interests. I'll tell you the story. But what I request is, while I'm telling you the story, just ignore what the rest of chat are saying. And at the end of it, I want you to tell me if you believe what I'm saying or whether you think I'm full of shit. This is a true story.
I'll let you finish now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, thanks so much. This is a true story from my family, but no one believes me because it sounds, it sounds implausible. But sometimes there's more in heaven and earth, you know? When my nan got the COVID-19 vaccine back in 2020, it made her hair go blonde, which she wasn't happy about. My nan is in her 90s. And so her having blonde hair looked ridiculous. And now whenever she gets a booster, because she's so old, right? They boost her immunity, her hair will turn blonde again. Yeah. The vaccine made her hair go blonde, and the booster, which is composed of the vaccine, just tops it back up again. This seems plausible to me. One of my great aunts had a stroke and started talking with a German accent. Exactly. Weird things happen. And I've seen stuff about people who have a neurological problem and then have a different accent. She wasn't previously blonde in her youth, right? No, she wasn't. No. Oh, that's also important. She wasn't blonde when she was young, but it's just affected the pigment or whatever.
Paul open.
So the whole hair is recolored, or just the hair appearing at the root? I'm not really 100%. I mean, I've seen her when she's blonde. I've seen pictures of when she was peak blonde. And I don't think it's just that new hair is growing in blonde. I think somehow it's staining some of the existing hair blonde. How quick is the process? Overnight. It's overnight. Also, it was described to me that she would become blonder during the blondness would fade during the day, but when she'd go to sleep, it would reset and she'd wake up blonde again. But by evening, she was sort of mostly grey. Is she still blonde now? Well, I went to visit her 2 weeks ago for her birthday, turning 94.
Do other vaccines cause different color pigments?
I don't know. We're not vaccinating her very much because she's had all her vaccines.
2.
So I went to go see it. Yeah, there's still a little bit of blonde. You can still see it. And the thing is, right, a lady of her age, there's no pigmentation left in the hair. It's just pure grey. It's just grey hair. So, like, even a little bit of blonde you can really see because it's against a backdrop of just monochrome grey. Is she a natural blonde? No. She was not blonde when she was younger. She's never been blonde. She's never been blonde before. There's no blondness in my family, really. Did you get more interest from the lads being blonde? Not really. Not from the parish, no. No one at the parish was trying it on.
The winner
Is the same doctor giving the jab each time? No. The parish lads. Yeah, there are lads down the parish. I don't know why Imperial Halloumi said bleen blonde before.
Bleen blonde before.
Bleen blonde before. Is that a go-to conversation topic? No, I keep bringing it up. I honestly, it's been 4 years of her being blonde. And whenever I go to see her, I'm the one with an axe to grind on this.
Bleen
They've all
blonde
moved
before,
on.
bleen blonde before, bleen blonde before.
And the thing is, she's an old woman. She doesn't... If she was anyone else, I would try and convince her to do like a video or something. And be like, can you just come on a little video and then I can share it with you guys? And I'd be like, yeah, take that. My nan's gone blonde. But it wouldn't prove anything to you. I know what you're all like. I know Albrot's not here because he's probably stood with his hands on his hips just watching a man fix his garage door. But none of you would believe me and you wouldn't accept seeing her blonde hair. So I thought, what's the point? Because she'd be deeply uncomfortable being on anything. She's 94. She's little. She's like the size of an acorn. It's true, I'll never lose. No, I might not lose it in a sense, but other people will argue with me to the point where I don't want to play two truths and a
What's
lie.
her social media account?
I can tell you the city she lives in, if you want to start there. She lives in a city called Birmingham in the United Kingdom. So if you really want to find her, start there. But do you see what I mean?
That's not real.
What's not real? Birmingham? I wish. But do you see what I mean? I have other interests. So I start on this and they all, you know, all the posh rats come out of the posh woodwork. She doesn't stylize herself around being blonde. She doesn't like that she's blonde. So anyone who's theorizing, oh, she's been dyeing her hair and lying about it, one, you don't know my nan. Really, extremely not what she's like. And two, she's very embarrassed to be blonde. Because obviously there's no natural way she could be blonde. So she worries people think she's doing it to look young, but you know, she's a little too old in the tooth for that to work. This is very interesting. Thank you very much. Well, it's just a little slice of I don't know, drama and phenomena in my extended family. I think she dyed it, didn't like how it turned out, and then blamed the vaccine. It's been 4 years, Big Wooden Bridge. I'd get that in round 1 of Blonde. 4 years.
Onlyfans.com/blondenan31.
It just, how can she be trapped in a lie for this long? It's absurd. Like, fine, you might think the dye theory holds weight. Why would she keep re-dyeing it? But only when she's had the boosters. None of this makes sense. Just to keep up the lie. But she's trapped in a lie. A death spiral. Could it be a prank? You've never met my nan. My nan does not have a particularly advanced sense of humour. At her birthday, one of my cousins got her a card that was of Edvard Munch's face. And the caption was, "My face when I saw how old you are." And she laughed so much she couldn't eat her tea.
She's
She
got
was
her grandson
slapping her
invested
knee.
though, hasn't she?
No, again, this is... I feel like I'm the only one who's interested. The whole family has moved on. I can't stress enough that when I go down, I'm like, still blonde then. And they're like, oh, yeah. You know, they've got nothing else to say about it. They're not pushing this on me. They weren't really particularly interested beyond like a couple of phone calls where it came up at the beginning. It's me who keeps bringing it up. And the thing is, I would have moved on if I didn't have this knapsack full of haters to try and quell and calm down. I feel like every time I bring it up, I do so reluctantly because I know the wellspring of doubt, and it ruins our relationship because I think we get on absolutely fine. And then you're like, oh, was someone asking about the nan? And then I tell them, and then they're like, your nan's a liar, you're a liar, you're stupid, you've been tricked by your nan, you're lying to us, this joke isn't funny, I don't get it. And I think, I'm just telling you about my life, reluctantly and all. I didn't want to bring this up. It's not a topic I enjoy, and you've all decided it's a bit, an unfunny bit I'm always bringing up. My nan going blonde is ruining our relationship. It's ruining. I hate when it comes up. I am anti-vax now. I would never get vaccinated now because of this. It's made it impossible to stream.
The Glang showed just 2 hours of Nan material and we're here for it.
If I knew the vaccine could do this, I'd never get vaccinated. It's ruined my life. There's so many people. How many people here do I now hate? 35. Can't stand any of them. This has ruined my life. And the problem is, my nan's fine. She doesn't care. It's my life that's been ruined. Hate's a strong word, yeah, because my nan bleen blom before. Thank you, Captain. Do you believe me, Pepsi? This is all that matters. Does my gnome believe me?
Bleen blom before.
What birthday is this? Oh, it's not anything. It's Catbox put it there. I should probably remove. I did say when it was put up as a background that people would constantly think it's someone's birthday, like my birthday, but I've given up too much power. Given up too much power to other people. Okay.
Poll open.
This is what matters. This is what matters. And remember what I'm saying about the deterioration of my relationship with the chat's relationship. Are you Team Sean? 1 in the chat if you are Team Sean. 2 in the chat if you believe Sean.
I believe that you hate the chat now, yes.
3, I'm anti-vax. 4, happy birthday. I don't want to hate the chat though, Gnome. I mean Pepsi Scrolls. I want to love the chat and be loved in return. Thank you, Pepsi. It all rides on this. It all rides on this. Can I have a community without it turning toxic? Can I just live kindly with other people? That's good. It's going well. Look, if Happy Birthday wins, don't... That's not going to make me happy. Look, I don't think that by voting Happy Birthday, you've somehow wriggled out of it. Bread. Anyone want to break the tie? Anyone just want to quickly tie break? Okay, that was a waste of time. That was such a waste of time. Okay, can people put into the chat TYPS? But thank you, Pepsi Scrolls, for being our 4th gnome of the afternoon.
I feel very pressured to vote the party line when my votes are read out. Is this what it's like to be Angela Rayner?
No, because nothing prickles her conscience. She sleeps like a breeze block. I will be back on Wednesday evening when we will complete the poster. The co-pilot will be back. Goodbye, Pepsi Scrolls. You have been a wonderful co-pilot. Co-pilot. I'm going to go. I will see you later. Be nice. Be good. Do not doubt me again. I don't know how to tell the truth more loudly than I already do. Goodbye. Yeah, it hasn't worked, Elbrock, but hopefully, unlike emojis.
For 12 years, you have been asking, who is John Galt? This is John Galt speaking. I am the man who loves his life. I am the man who does not sacrifice his love or his values. I am the man who has deprived you of victims and thus has destroyed your world.
Then it's going to go to this new file we've made. Save. Okay, save. Leave that. Give me more points. Sean Moore, 5 more points. And I'm going to add eggs. Fucking what is going on? What is happening? Oh yeah, don't add. I did all this to remove eggs. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Saying it how you think it's how I feel like I've explained it in American accent.